Welcome back to 6 Minute Math, where we turn confusion into clarity 6 minutes at a time. Thank you for joining us today for our video on adding fractions. 6 minutes goes by quickly, so here we go. Our key points when we are adding fractions is that we first need to find a common denominator. We can do this using one of two methods. For our first method, we can skip count each bottom number until we find the same number. This would be finding the lowest common multiple. Our second option is to multiply the bottom numbers together. This second option tends to lend itself to more simplifying at the end. After we find that lowest common multiple or multiply the numbers together, we're going to create equivalent fractions. We're going to add or subtract the numerators. Our denominator stays the same. And then at the end, we will simplify if we're able to. So let's see some examples. We're going to add the following fractions: 1/5 plus 3/5. Here is my handy little checklist. So our first thing we need to do is find the common denominator. In this case, both my fractions have the same denominator, so that one is checked. I have no need to create equivalent fractions if they already have the same denominator. I'm going to add the numerators. 1 plus 3 is 4. My denominator, it will stay the same at 5. And then I would reduce if I'm able to. And in this case, I'm not. 4/5 is my answer. How about another example here? We're going to add the following fractions: 2/3 plus 2/9. I first need to find the lowest common denominator. So to do this, I'm going to use my skip count method. We have 3, 6, 9, 12. And then we just have 9, 18, 27. At this point, I have my lowest common denominator will be 9. So then I need to create my equivalent fractions. My second fraction already has a denominator of 9, so that can stay. And I need to figure out what 2/3 is with a denominator of 9. For extra work on equivalent fractions, please check out our video here at 6 Minute Math called Equivalent Fractions to help understand that process a little more. At this point, I have a common denominator, 9 and 9, so I would just add my numerators. 6 plus 2 is 8. My denominator will stay the same, and then I would simplify if I'm able to. I can't for this example, so 8/9 is my answer. On to another example here. We're going to add the following fractions: 1/6 plus 1/3. We need to find the lowest common denominator, so let's skip count: 6, 12, 18, and 3, 6, 9, 12. At this point, my lowest common denominator is 6. So my first fraction remains the same. And I need to create that second fraction equivalent to 1/3 with a denominator of 6, which in this case would be 2/6. I'm going to add my tops together. 1 plus 2 is 3. My denominator remains the same. And then I simplify. If you need help simplifying fractions, please check out our video linked in the description below. 3/6 will simplify to 1/2, which would be my final answer. We're going to add these following fractions together: 4/5 plus 2/3. Now in this case, I'm going to multiply my two denominators together to create equivalent fractions with denominators of 15. My equivalent fraction to 4/5 with a denominator of 15 is 12. 2/3 with a denominator of 15 is 10. And then I multiply my tops together. 12 plus 10 is 22. My denominator stays the same. And I cannot reduce in this example, so 22 over 15 is my final answer. How about one last example here with 3 fractions? In this case, I'm going to skip count. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. I have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, and 8, 16, 24, 32. At this point, I can see that 24 will be my lowest common denominator for all of these fractions. I create my equivalent fractions. 4 over 24 plus 6 over 24 plus 9 over 24. I add all of those together and I get 19 over 24. That answer cannot be reduced, therefore it will be my final answer. Those are all the examples we have today for adding fractions. Please follow us on Instagram and TikTok at 6Minute Math, and be sure to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below for any topic you want to see me tackle in a future 6-minute episode. Always remember that the best way to get math is to practice math, so keep on practicing. And until next time, keep solving and evolving.